What's up, guys? So today we are talking about a very odd case of I don't even know what you'd call this. I guess a murder case.
Circumstances.
Yeah, very odd. And so we're talking about a guy and his, I believe it's his neighbor or his. I don't even know what
I
their
think I
relationship
think
is
they
actually.
share a wall.
Yeah, I think that
Is
what it
what it
is.
said.
So there's a guy named Wallace and a guy named Casey, and this guy Casey lives very close to him, and he snores extremely loudly apparently, and Wallace doesn't like that, and they've gotten into multiple arguments over the years, not years, over the past like year of him snoring too loudly, and he decided one day he'd had enough, and he goes to his window, takes his screen off his window, and tries to get in. I don't know what his intentions necessarily were, but probably not good ones. But Casey catches him trying to get in, and he's like, "What are you doing?" They have like a whole argument, and he's talking about him snoring, and he's like, "You need to stop and shit." So they argue for like 20 minutes, and eventually he calms down, Wallace, the guy trying to get into his house or his window, and he says, "All right, man, I'm gonna, I'll help you get nasal surgery so you can stop snoring so much." And the Casey's like, "All right, dude, we can. All right, sure, we'll work this out. We'll stop arguing. You can do that." And he was like, "Come on in so we can shake hands and just basically make up." And he opens the door for him. Casey opens the door for him, and he stabs him. Casey stabs him in the doorway multiple times, which is, not the guy breaking in.
Yeah, that's a plot twist, isn't it?
It is a plot twist because you're expecting this guy to stab him, but no, the guy whose house was being broken into, he stabs the guy, and he said the reason he did this is because he thought his claims of "I'll help you get nasal surgery" or whatever were fake and not genuine, so he just killed him.
Well,
Which is unbelievable.
What reason does he have to say that he's going to help you with something? The worst case scenario is he was trying to break into your house, you caught him, so you stopped anyway. So why invite him in? Like that,
I don't know.
literally, that was the worst thought out plan ever conceived.
I mean, I guess he was planning
in
on
no
doing
possible way could that have went well if his intention was not to just murder the guy.
Yeah.
So he clearly just wanted to murder the guy. And
Yeah,
so,
I
like,
think
there's
so.
no excuse. So unfortunately for the guy that was, killed,
And
he lived next to somebody that was cruel and heartless, probably. So the snoring was the least of his worries.
yeah. Yeah, and he's like, I'm laughing, but I mean, this man lost his life. It's not funny, but like,
No, it's not funny at all.
it's just I'm laughing at the absurdity of it because
It is absurd though. Like
he
invited him in to be like, let's settle this. Yeah. He let him in, like, let's settle this, and then stabs him. Like,
yeah, stabs him, and he didn't die immediately. He called the cops and was like, "Hey, I forget what he said. He was like, my neighbor just tried to get in my house or something, and I killed him."
No, but the whole thing of that is you can tell that he let him in, like it wasn't a forced entry by any
Right,
means.
so it's not necessarily self-defense either. I mean,
no, it's not self-defense.
I don't think he
at
can
all.
make that
He
case.
invited him in. You can't invite somebody in
Right,
to your
he
home
let him in.
and then assault them.
Yeah,
It's assault
that's
then. Like,
that's not self-defense anymore. And he was.
I'm sure there's some cases, but he was not a physical aggressor. So I mean,
Wallace,
that's
the guy
much,
trying to get in.
Yeah.
Is that what
yeah,
you mean?
not at that time.
No,
He was
yeah,
going
not at
in
that
there
time. No.
with good intentions.
Right.
Now, was he going originally with good intentions? No.
Yeah, he wasn't. But he calmed down, and I feel like the chances of him being invited in and then Wallace kills him were very slim because, I mean, he literally offered him something Whether he was genuine or not, who knows? But he literally offered him something like, and tried to shake his hand, and that's what he got for it. He got literally killed. So, and he was charged with third-degree murder and voluntary manslaughter. So,
Yeah,
as
I
he
think
should
it
be.
should be plain murder. I don't know what the manslaughter charge is doing there. It should be just plain.
I don't know.
I don't know what the different degrees mean.
I don't
We might
either.
have to look that up. Can you look
I
that up
actually
real
don't
quick?
know. First-degree murder is an intentional killing. Second-degree murder is a felony murder, which is when death happens during another crime.
That was what degree?
Second degree murder,
Second
and
degree.
he got
Okay.
third degree. So I'm about to read what third degree is. Okay, so it basically third degree is like anything that isn't first or second, I believe. So it's just
Okay.
like miscellaneous,
was-
I guess.
There was definitely intent. Like he was not in physical harm. There was no threat of harm.
Yeah.
So he did that solely because he wanted to do that.
Yeah.
There was no.
Us-
That was not instinct or reaction. That was.
Yeah.
He wanted to do that.
Yeah,
So,
he literally thought that out. Not very hard, but he definitely thought that out. Also, true crime fans, don't get on me for not knowing, like, being wrong about the degrees of murder, please. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah. It's.
he's completely in the wrong,
I
and
think
he
that's the
doesn't have
reason
an
we don't
attorney
really
yet,
talk
apparently.
About his case is cut and dry.
It is,
You killed
yeah.
someone in cold blood.
Yeah,
You're fucked. You're fucked, and for good reason. You can't do that. I mean, that's unforgivable.
yeah.
Like,
And I know
seriously.
he's gonna say, like, he's gonna try and hide behind the fact that he was initially aggressive toward him and trying to get in his
Yeah,
screen
he-
window,
he-
but
He doesn't
can't
have
hide
any
behind
case.
that. And he has a bail set to $1 million.
Yeah, and he is not going to be able to get that, and nobody's going to help him.
There's zero chance anyone like is paying $1
Yeah.
million to get this guy's bail.
Yeah, nobody is going to have any support for him.
Yeah.
And I mean,
in the
clearly
beginning of this
clearly
story, it's
there was
like,
a lot going on. If they've been arguing for a year, so there was
Oh,
probably
yeah.
like they probably strongly disliked each other.
that's what I
but
was
even
getting to.
then,
He probably was
I mean-
already disliked this guy, but still, like, they were
doesn't
arguing for
matter.
a year, and
You
it's
know,
like, dude, it's
that's
first
so-
of all,
That's so innocuous, honestly. Like, okay, you're snoring, he can't sleep. Maybe you guys should have moved away from each other. I know
yeah,
that's kind of
I
like
know- it's not
like
simple. No,
moving your life because
Yeah.
somebody else is bothering you. But like,
it's
I mean,
not a
that's
simple
probably
task, but
that's probably the best option.
that's the
right
best
there,
solution.
To be honest with you.
I mean, it sucks, but
Because
what are you
why
gonna
would
do?
you
Break
get
into his
paid for
house,
Someone else's surgery. Yeah. I mean, clearly neither of them thought that through.
dude?
So
he
the
must have
entire
really.
situation is just like, come on, what were we doing here? There has
Yeah,
to
they're
be more
both
than
in
he
the
was
wrong.
snoring.
To be honest,
Yeah.
obviously he's more in the wrong because he stabbed him, but they're both in the wrong. And he must have really been mad and bothered by his snoring to offer to pay for nasal surgery.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that even how
Why
it
lie
works? I
about
don't even know if that's how it works. Like, nasal surgery can stop you from snoring. Like, is that? I don't even know if that's actually the case.
well, I think.
Do you have
I
any
think
idea?
Snoring. I think snoring has to do with like airways, breathing airways, being constricted. So I'm sure like a surgery probably could fix that, or at least improve it, or like he could offer to get him a mask or something. Like they have sleep apnea masks and shit like that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though he shouldn't have to do any of that, he should have been able to tell the guy, and the guy had been respectful enough. Okay, my snoring is bothering other people. I probably have a health condition. Maybe I should get that checked out. Like, it's about
That's the
taking care
least
of
he could do,
yourself.
I guess.
It's so the guy clearly was in a bad headspace. Clearly isn't taking
Yeah.
care of himself, and for him to take I should kill this guy out of this guy can't sleep because I'm snoring and I'm pissing him off. Like, what level of delusion and selfishness do you have to have to
Yeah.
That is wild.
to not
Like,
see why this guy is upset. Like, if somebody's fucking snoring and you can't sleep, obviously
Yeah.
you're gonna be pretty fucking mad.
Yeah, and to be fair, there isn't much he could do about that. But still, like, that is not the conclusion that this should have turned out in. Because I know how they're probably arguing, because it's like he's probably like, you're snoring too much, and he's probably like, well, what do you want me to do about it? What do you want me to not sleep? So they could have just gotten himself checked out at the very least. That's all I can think of, is to go to the doctor and like talk about that. That's the only that's not a solution, but that's something.
right?
I don't understand. It's a wild situation. So yeah, he's done for. He's not getting out. He's not getting bail. He's not nothing. He doesn't even have an attorney. So he's literally done for.
Yeah, he can represent himself, and I guess he'll try and claim. I don't know. He'll probably try and claim insanity, because he might have a good case.
I feel like they
Because-
do that a lot.
Because that is just what sane person takes that.
That's very
approach.
true. Well, guys, I'm not gonna say hope you guys enjoyed, because this is not like enjoyable really, but hope you guys were informed. I'll say that.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.